It was never my intention to start a nonprofit organization, but after my travels and seeing the dire need that there was out there to educate girls, I decided that I wanted to lead my peers in my generation in taking action. Hi, I'm Tammy Tibbetts, the founder and president of She's the First, a nonprofit organization that sponsors girls' education in developing nations so they can be the first in their families to graduate from high school. I grew up in South Brunswick, New Jersey. When I was at college, I aspired to be a magazine editor in New York City. So when I was a sophomore, I interned at 17, Jane, and Ladies' Home Journal. Right after I graduated, I jumped right into my first job, which was at Hearst Digital Media. I started out as the assistant to the director of content. From there, I had the opportunity to launch some of the sister sites of 17.com. What I loved most about working at Hearst Digital is that I got to connect with a teen audience. And then from a professional skill set point of view, I learned how to work with designers and producers and develop a brand from scratch. Ultimately, I wound up as the social media editor, the first ever social media editor of 17, and that was by far my most favorite role of all. When I was a senior in college, my capstone reporting project as a journalist was a story on a refugee of the Liberian Civil War. And in the process of my reporting, I was exposed to women and girls and inequality in education access. I began volunteering, and that's really what lit the fire in me. So in 2009, I had a mission in mind. I saw how girls that we were sponsoring in that Liberia program were the first in their families to finish primary school and secondary school and graduate. Many girls at the adolescent age have to drop out to take jobs that will support their family's income. They may be forced into early marriage or have to drop out because they become pregnant. But once a girl is in school, it changes everything. It sets her on a completely different life trajectory. She will earn a higher income, be able to support her family, become a force for change in her community, all because she had the chance to have an education. When we started She's the First, I had a full-time job, and I remember a lot of emails, a lot of phone calls, Skype conversations, meetings, and just continuous light bulbs going off and energy. The first campus chapter started at Syracuse University, and then other campus chapters started. And before we knew it, we had millennials all over the US raising money to sponsor girls around the world. I would say to people thinking about volunteering, don't think about what you can't do. Think about what you can do. Especially if you're just starting out your career, you can go volunteer with a nonprofit organization and get to practice some really substantial responsibilities that you might not otherwise have that will then